Hello, everyone. This is Rob Golfi with Remax, the Golfi Team. Welcome to the Golfi Real Estate Show with host Stephanie Vivier.
Well, hello there, Rob. And it's not just you today. You've brought some friends. You've got Nick and Samantha with you. I understand these two are part of the backbone of the golf.
Then he goes, oh, we got to put this Schedule B in. So he sends it to the buyer's agent, and they didn't sign it. They actually ends up sending a second one with the offer. Now the offer's been changed, even though it's been accepted.
Correct.
So now the buyers go, there's something happened during the time when the Schedule B was happening. It could have been overnight. They probably, and there was supposed to be a $50,000 deposit. So during that time that the selling agent made the mistake of not giving a Schedule B and changed the offer after it was accepted, the buyer said, you know what? Something happened in the family, they said, and we're not going to go through with the deal. Whoa. So now the sellers are saying, hey, we got an accepted offer. And the buyers are saying, hey, you changed the offer and added a Schedule B, which I didn't sign, and now there was a lawsuit. Well, the sellers lost.
I was going to say.
The sellers lost that deal. So this happens a lot. Wow. And this happens a lot. So you got to be very, very careful. So when you're working on a deal, sometimes there's an initial missed. Offer's been accepted.
Yep.
Every agent does this. Offer's been accepted. And then you say, hey, there was one initial missing. So hopefully both parties know that you got to have all initials and signatures on there. So sometimes we say, hey, there was initials missed. You send it back, and then you have an initial. Then you know it is a firm and binding deal. But if you miss that initial, it's not a deal.
Not a firm.
Even though you think it is.
Either way out.
Even though that's just where experience comes in. So you got to be very, very careful about that. And it happens to a lot of realtors. They end up missing and making mistakes, and they end up sometimes, and the deal goes right through the lawyer's office, through it, and because both parties, the buyer and seller, the seller wants to sell and the buyer wants to buy. But when there is a problem, somebody changes their mind. You don't think the lawyer is looking and counting all the initials to say, hey, we're missing initial here, we're missing a signature there. That's when problems happen. And that's what happened here with the Schedule B. You got to be very careful. A lot of lawsuits happen like this, and the seller's agent messed that up badly, and he should be fined, or the seller should be suing him on this, because they relisted the house and they sold it for $25,000 less.
With the same agent?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Probably not. You know what? But you know what the selling agent will say? It's not his fault. It's the other agent's fault. They always point the finger.
Yeah,
so
but he should have known the initial had to be there.
So I'll give you another story. On the offer, a purchase and sale agreement, there's a title search date. Usually that title search date is 2 weeks prior to the closing date, the date that you move in or move out. So I put that into an offer. And this was, and this is good because this is my friend's house, right? And so the day of closing, my friend calls me up and says, Rob, there's a lien on this house from the previous owner because the builder put a lien on it and it was never taken off. And the lawyer was blaming me that I should have seen this. And I go like this to my friend. I said, you know me, right? I go, you better tell your lawyer to piss off. And I said, listen.
It's 2 weeks prior.
Yeah, I had on the contract that your lawyer is supposed to search title. And if there is a problem, you got 2 weeks to resolve it. Things can get cleared up before closing. His lawyer didn't search title to the day of closing. So, yeah, it was bad. So there was $50,000 that had to be put in a trust account.
Like a holdback.
A holdback till it was resolved. It's still closed. And so my friend tells the lawyer, and I explained to him, and he ripped a strip off the lawyer's back saying, hey, don't you blame somebody else that you didn't do your job. And see, and that's how it is.
But that could have also went into him not being able to close. If he needed that 50,000, right?
Yeah,
that could have been
That's
actually
right.
a lot bad.
That's
and then
right.
it could snowball onto if someone purchased his house or whatever, it can all
Now
snowball.
a few deals aren't
Yeah.
closing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So-
all because of the lawyer's mistake trying to blame you.
Exactly. The lawyer's mistake. And lawyers, everybody believes a lawyer because they're a lawyer, because they did 10 years of university. And of course, hey, he must know everything, right? So anyway, all the lawyers are going to hate me after this. Anyway, so
that part out.
so anyway, but the thing is, he was trying to pass on the blame on me, which wasn't. And I, because he was a friend of mine, I said to him, no, he made the mistake. And they did acknowledge they made the mistake. They didn't do search title, and that's what caused the problems. So so you got to be very, very careful.
Very detailed on these are legal binding
Yes,
contracts. You
yes.
have to make sure
A
everything
lot of things happen out there, and you got to be very, very careful on that. And that's why they have the title search date 2 weeks before, so you can resolve any problems if there is any problems on title, so that you can close on time. Because the person that's buying the house, he's probably selling his house. Now, where is he going to move? In a hotel? And that's why you should always close on a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you have to stay in a hotel, you don't have to stay in a hotel for 2-3 nights. You just stay one night because it can close the next day. That's it.
Right, and sometimes those weekend hotel rates are pretty high. You know,
I was just gonna say,
Especially in Niagara Falls. That's it.
Well, you know, that really comes back to the experience piece of it, and why the Golfi team is the one to go with, because that's a confidence thing. That's something that you knew, Rob, and you were confident enough because you've been doing this for such a long time that you were confident enough to advise your client, hey, go to your lawyer. He's the one who messed up. Can you imagine a new agent on their own trying to navigate that situation?
Yeah, we
you know?
have a group chat that it's called I Need Help, and new agents are always posting on there, and experienced agents are jumping in, our trainers jumping in, Rob jumps in, like it's all so collaborative, so they're always supportive.
Any problems, I know there's always a resolution. There's always a resolution, because I either have gone through every problem in the world, but if there's any new problems, I know how to deal with it.
Problem solver extraordinaire. And as we head into the holidays, the Golfi team is working hard, just like Santa and his team. So if you want to make that move, go ahead and give them a call. You can even find out what your home is worth instantly. Go to golfihomevalue.com, 905-641-0308 to get in touch with the Golfi team. Rob, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for bringing along Nick and Samantha. Great to meet you both.
You as well.
You as well. Thank you for having us.
Great.
And this has been the Golfi Real Estate Show on News Talk 610.